2 CTP, 3 people for pretrial, and that's it. So our numbers are down, but we're working to increase those. We're seeing a rise in CTP. We've got 3. And we've spoken with Emily and Joe about putting people on house arrest and things like that. So we have started to see some numbers hopefully increase this month. I've had 2 pending, but I'm waiting for them to be sentenced to it. That Chase is approved and I've approved at both nails.
CTP, those are down. They've been down for a while. One of the big issues with CTP is when these folks are getting released a few months earlier to come here for supervision. It's a good deal money wise for these folks, but a lot of them are going to addresses that aren't in the county, so they get denied for that reason. That's been probably our biggest issue. There's not a lot that come back here that qualify as CTP. I see there's no old business under new business grant budget approval.
Matt and I talked, and we kind of also want to do like IDOC cuts at the same time with this. So you will see our budgets for 2027, what we are going to request from the state are significantly higher than they have been in the past. In the past, we have just requested salary. I had a director's meeting last Friday, and the state over the year of 26 and 27, community corrections as a whole is getting cut $20 million. And so they asked us to, in our budget, to request everything we need to survive, basically. Because the difference we always pay out of PI, project income, is where we pay the difference with user fees or things like that. Not county money or anything like that. It's our money that we pay the difference with. But they want DOC to see the need that you can't keep cutting us, right? Because we're dipping into our funds, which is, it's hurting us. If we're being honest, eventually, right? Thank goodness council give it, our insurance is out of here, but that is why it looks like that. We were told to expect, so last year we got 182,000 and some change for salaries. We were told to expect a 20 to 25% cut for 25. So that's $40,000 to $50,000 roughly, is what we are expected to get cut for 27, but they want all counties to request the full amount so they can see the need. So that's why it is so high.
To piggyback on that, as Abby said, some of that was broken down into project income and user fees. I had it ready to present to you guys that way. And then IACAT came in and said, no, throw it all into the grants so that they see what you're spending as a department on each particular probation grant and community corrections grant. So that's why you see it all under the grant budget, whereas in the past it was broken down differently. But as Abby said, they've got to see what we're doing, what's going on, and to just come in and make those cuts is just, I know things are tough all over, so to speak, but they haven't added to it. They're obviously not looking to increase it, and then to just come in and say, well, we're going to cut you 20 to 25%. That makes it tough to operate on. So, yeah.
Okay, so here we're looking for a motion to approve the grant application as presented to you to submit to the state.
I'll make that motion.
Motion by Tony, is there a second?
I'll second.
Second by Rebecca. Any questions or discussion about this? Again, is just the application that they're submitting to the Department of Corrections for their grant. Have any questions about it? I have a letter in front of me that says this was unanimously approved, so the pressure's on. All in favor of that motion, say aye. All opposed? Nobody's going to be a meanie and make us change the letter. Motion carries.
Will we have the results of that before we go to council?
No, yes, we get the end of June 30th is their grant award letter deadline.
Yeah.
So then it gives us about 30 days to which budgets and things around before we have to go to council.
And I'm trying to remember, like, they're always like, why don't you get it from the state? So this time we go like, here, send it to the state, and they gave us the big.
Yeah.
And it's funny, every year, the last 4 years, it was May 15th, then it was May 1st. Last year was April 15th, and now it's April 1st. They keep pushing back the grant timeline, which is fine. We know what we need to put in it as far as that goes, but financially, it doesn't necessarily help. But, yeah, every year they want it earlier and earlier, and hopefully June 30th.
Having the results, because we
Yeah.
can present that to the council, like, hey, they said no.
Right.
Like, we've been telling you they're gonna do for years.
Right.
Here's the example.
Right.
My next item here is just meetings for the rest of this year, the 5th, September 11th, and December 4th. I entertain a motion that we adjourn.
So moved.
Motion by Bill, is there a second? Second by Denise. All in favor, say aye. Motion carries. Make that your action you want to make. Please right here.